In this exercise, we will see that it's really easy to show data graphically inside a pivot table without even inserting a pivot chart by using conditional formatting. Conditional formatting works usually on normal sales ranges, but this time we will insert a pivot table and we'll try to utilize this functionality. Let's start by inserting product subcategory on rows, and let's place profit 4 times on the values shelf. We will see this in many different ways. Each of these elements needs to be formatted. I will just do a simple number formatting for this field. And now let's test different conditional formatting options, but there is one difference when you set up a conditional formatting rule inside a pivot table. You don't need to select the whole column, all of the cells that you have. It is even not recommended. It is better to insert a rule based on a single first cell with the values you can see in here. I will try to use data bars which are green at the beginning, but you will see in a second they will change into green-red standard. There is a tiny icon that appears next to my cell that shows me that I can expand this rule to all of the cells belonging to this pivot table. And when we even add the sorting, you will see it's quite easily to distinguish right now the negative profit, so the loss for some of these subcategories. We will format further the cells and manage the rule of the conditional formatting, but let's first insert another conditional format like color scales with the same coloring feature, green, white, red color scale. It's not going to work at the moment correctly because we can see also positive profit is highlighted as red, but we will change that in a second. And the last rule may be icon sets with some shapes like traffic lights, and we will modify the rule in a second too. How to modify the rules? You go for the conditional formatting on the home tab and manage rules. You can see all of the pivot table formatting rules, and right now we can think of editing the rule for the data bars, and we will introduce just a small single change. Show bar only is going to turn off the visualization of numbers. We will just keep the chart itself. As regards graded color scale, we will edit the rule 2 because we don't want the color changing from red to green at the level of 50 percentile. I want this to be a number 0. And after applying this rule, you will see that right now we highlight just the negative values. And as regards icon sets, it's not recommended to introduce too many icons, so we can apply the following standard. If we have a profit, let's say above 500k, then we will introduce the green icon. If we are above 0, then we don't want to have any cell icons. And if we have a loss, then we can highlight this information by using a red traffic light. After applying this rule, you will see that we don't overuse the icons. We just highlight top products and bottom products in our pivot table. These are just, of course, some examples of conditional formatting rules that we can apply to a pivot table, but you can see it's very useful and you can deal with some charts or with some visualization techniques without even inserting a pivot chart. The last tiny change for the icons we can go even further and show icon only, and also modify the title to indicate it's just a signal column